What if the person who remembers your coffee order, your childhood trauma, and your irrational fear of garden gnomes is also the one who makes you want to scream into a pillow? Meet the INFJ, the world's rarest personality type, dubbed the counselor, the mystic, or the human paradox. They're equal parts inspiring and infuriating, like a TED Talk that won't let you leave. But why? Why do these walking encyclopedias of empathy drive people bonkers? Is it their Sherlock-level intuition, their habit of ghosting for weeks to recharge, or their ability to turn what's for lunch into a heated debate about moral philosophy? Grab a snack, folks. We're diving into the 10 absurd reasons people cannot stand INFJs. And trust me, by the end, you'll either want to write them a love letter or fake your own death. 1. They read you like a cheap paperback novel, and it's terrifying. INFJs don't just listen, they absorb. Imagine casually saying, "I'm fine," after a rough day, only to have them reply, "You're upset because your coworker took credit for your project, and it reminded you of your brother stealing your toys as a kid." Cute existential crisis. How do they even do this? Their intuition isn't just good, it's a superpower. They notice micro-expressions you didn't know you had. The twitch in your eyebrow when you're lying, the way your voice softens when you're hiding excitement. For most people, this feels like being scanned by a human MRI machine. But here's the kicker. INFJs often know what you're feeling before you do. They'll sense your jealousy over a promotion you haven't even admitted to wanting. It's like having a therapist who works 24/7 for free, no appointment needed. While this sounds sweet, it's exhausting for everyone else. You can't even fake enthusiasm for their new haircut without them sighing. It's okay. You can say it looks like a wet poodle. Their emotional X-ray vision leaves no room for secrets. And let's be honest, nobody likes feeling that exposed. 2. Their idealism could give Superman a complex. INFJs don't just want to save the world. They expect you to grab a cape and join them. Forget to compost a banana peel. Prepare for a 45-minute lecture on landfills, methane gas, and the existential despair of sea turtles. They're the friend who cancels brunch to volunteer at a climate protest, then texts you articles titled, "10 Ways Your Avocado Toast is Killing the Planet." Their hearts are pure gold, but their standards? They're orbiting Saturn. To the average person, this idealism feels less like inspiration and more like a guilt grenade. You'll start hiding your plastic water bottles like they're drug paraphernalia. And don't get them started on social justice. They'll debate wealth inequality at a birthday party until even the piñata feels awkward. The worst part? They're usually right. But nobody wants to hear about ethical consumerism while shoving nachos into their face. 3. They ghost harder than a paranormal investigator. One day, they're texting you paragraphs about Nietzsche and the meaning of existence. The next? Radio silence. INFJs aren't ignoring you. They're hibernating. Their social battery drains faster than a smartphone in Antarctica, and when they vanish, it's not personal. But try explaining that to your cousin who's been left on read since the Obama administration. Here's the twist. INFJs aren't introverts or extroverts. They're ambiverts with a PhD in alone time. They'll party like rock stars for 2 hours, then disappear into a blanket fort for 2 weeks. To outsiders, it's baffling. Are they plotting revenge? Starting a cult? Nope. Just rewatching Pride and Prejudice in fuzzy socks, sipping lavender tea. The whiplash between their social butterfly and hermit crab modes leaves everyone else dizzy. 4. They turn overthinking into an Olympic sport. Choosing a Netflix show with an INFJ isn't a decision. It's a doctoral thesis. They'll analyze the director's childhood trauma, the film's carbon footprint, and whether the plot aligns with their life's purpose. Texting them is worse. You'll ask, "Want to hang out Friday?" And 3 business days later, they'll reply, "Maybe. I need to check my chakras and consult the moon cycle." Their brains are like a never-ending TED Talk. They'll spend hours agonizing over a birthday card message, debating if a heart emoji is too forward or a period is too cold. By the time they hit send, you've forgotten your own name. And don't even ask them to pick a restaurant. You'll get a spreadsheet comparing the ethics, Yelp reviews, and zodiac compatibility of every chef within a 10-mile radius. 5. Their quiet confidence feels like a subtle flex. While everyone else is stress Googling how to be likable, INFJs are lounging like they've already mastered life. They don't need validation. They've got this eerie, unshakable calm. You'll panic over your outfit for a party, and they'll show up in mismatched socks and a Hawaiian shirt, grinning like they're on a beach in Bali. To some, this confidence feels like a middle finger to society's rules. How dare they not care what people think? Are they judging us? Spoiler, no. They're too busy mentally redesigning their dream garden or learning Klingon for fun. But here's the rub. Their self-assuredness isn't arrogance. It's hard-won authenticity. They spent years untangling societal expectations to just be themselves. And in a world of Instagram filters and people-pleasers, that kind of realness is downright revolutionary and low-key annoying. 6. They're emotional sponges, and you spill. Walk into a room stressed, and an INFJ will absorb your mood faster than a bounty paper towel. They'll cry during insurance commercials, lose sleep over a stranger's bad Yelp review, and feel personally responsible for your breakup. Their empathy isn't just strong, it's physical. They'll literally get stomach aches from other people's drama. At first, this seems sweet. Who doesn't want someone who truly cares? But here's the problem. Your bad day becomes their existential crisis. Suddenly, you're not just managing your own mess, you're consoling them about your mess. It's like ordering a latte and getting a therapy bill. Their hearts are in the right place, but emotional labor goes both ways. Sometimes you just want to vent about your annoying boss without them whispering, "Have you considered his childhood trauma?" 7. Small talk? More like small torture. INFJs would rather discuss the meaning of death with a stranger than chat about the weather. Ask, "How's work?" And they'll hit you with, "Work's fine, but have you ever pondered how capitalism shapes our concept of time?" They crave depth like plants crave photosynthesis. Surface level chatter? It's like chewing cardboard. This makes casual hangouts awkward. While you're trying to gossip about your neighbor's questionable lawn decor, they're staring into the distance muttering. Statues symbolize humanity's fear of impermanence. Their distaste for small talk isn't personal. They just can't fake interest in topics that don't matter. But let's face it, most humans need small talk. It's the social glue that keeps us from spiraling into existential dread over appetizers. 8. Secret control freaks in idealist clothing. INFJs act all zen and go with the flow until the flow doesn't match their secret vision board. They'll agree to pizza night, then casually mention they've already booked a table at a zero-waste vegan cafe. Why? Because they've been planning the perfect evening for days, complete with ethically sourced candles and conversation prompts about life goals. Their subtle manipulation isn't malicious, it's their way of helping you grow. But to everyone else, it feels like being herded by a mindfulness coach with a clipboard. They'll deny being controlling. "I'm just suggesting we meditate before brunch." But their idealistic agendas leave little room for spontaneity. Want to binge Netflix instead of attending their community garden meeting? Prepare for a guilt trip subtler than a ninja. 9. They're too busy saving turtles to answer your texts. While you're debating whether to watch Tiger King again, INFJs are starting nonprofits, learning Swahili to connect with global perspectives, or hand-sewing reusable menstrual pads for orphan koalas. Their passion is admirable until you're begging them to take a day off. "Sorry, can't meet. I'm teaching rescued ferrets to read." They'll say, dead serious. Their drive to fix the world leaves zero time for trivial things like group chats or casual hangouts. And honestly, it's hard not to feel like a couch potato next to their Nobel Peace Prize ambitions. You'll start questioning your entire existence because they haven't slept in 72 hours trying to solve the housing crisis. 10. Their perfectionism is a never-ending DIY project. INFJs don't just bake cookies. They engineer gluten-free, vegan, carbon-neutral masterpieces that'll allegedly end world hunger. And if they can't, they'll scrap the whole batch and start a pottery class instead. This obsession with perfect means they're forever stuck in drafts, rewriting emails, reorganizing spice racks, or redefining their life's purpose again. To others, it's madness. You'll scream, "Just pick a movie." as they debate whether The Lion King promotes toxic masculinity or if Titanic romanticizes climate denial. Their projects often die in the idea phase because reality never matches their utopian visions. But here's the tragedy. Their imperfect work is usually brilliant. They just can't see it. Conclusion. So are INFJs exhausting? Absolutely. But here's the truth. Their flaws are just superpowers turned inside out. That overthinking? It's depth. That ghosting? It's self-preservation. That maddening idealism? It's courage. INFJs aren't here to be easy. They're here to mean something. To challenge small talk, to care recklessly, and to remind us that life's too short for half-heartedness. Yeah, they'll psychoanalyze your pizza toppings and bail on karaoke to save whales. But in a world full of people scrolling mindlessly, you'll miss their fire when it's gone. So next time an INFJ drives you up the wall, remember, you're not dealing with a person. You're dealing with a force of nature, equal parts hurricane and heartbeat. And love him or hate him, the world needs their kind of crazy.